Hey everybody, welcome to Cinebinge. My name is Simone and this is George, and this is where we watch film things and TV things and play games and stuff and have a lot of fun.
Absolutely. By this point, I think the gaming series is already out for Simone First Time Playing, so I hope you guys are enjoying it.
Yeah.
If not,
Oh well.
sorry for wasting your time. But if you enjoyed it, then, like and subscribe and all those things. Anyways, but we are back right now with a new series that everybody has been asking on Patreon and in the comments since, I think, when we did Saving Private Ryan. No, it's Band of Brothers, yeah.
Okay.
So we're watching the first episode, and I'm not going to say anything. I definitely seen this, so it's
Okay.
not new to me, but it's been maybe 2-3 years.
Okay, cool.
So I won't say anything.
All right, good.
Do you know anything about it?
No, I have no idea. I know that it is HBO, and I know that it is about war. Huh. Yeah.
Good God, yeah. Yes, and it's a Spielberg venture.
Oh, right. Okay, so Spielberg, did he produced, directed, wrote? What is his?
I think he's the producer. I probably should have looked this up first, but I think it's a producer, and I believe it came from after creating Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, it's that old? It's from.
Well, it's a couple of years after that, I believe. Again, if I remember correctly, and people can tell me if I'm wrong, after shooting Saving Private Ryan, they got a lot more stories. They're like, we got to tell all of these things, so let's do something else. Let's do a show.
Okay, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's curious. So I wonder if it's going to be like one storyline, or if are there multiple seasons of this, or is it just one season?
Just the one. It's a one-off. 10 episodes.
Interesting.
Well, there's technically a follow-up show. I don't know if it count. I don't think it's considered season 2, but
Okay.
It's called the Pacific.
Okay. Should we just get into it then?
I think we should just start. Yeah.
Alrighty. But before we do, a quick little hello about the fact that we are on Patreon. So if you want to click the link in the description box below, we would appreciate your support.
Yep.
Huzzah!
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Let's watch some more war.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Here we go.
He says the USA is in a war with Japan. Who would like to volunteer for the Air Force? Who would like to volunteer?
These are real stories. These are the real people, right? Because it's kind of like documentary style. It's like...
Right.
No jump tonight. The invasion has been postponed. We're on a 24-hour stand down. Bitch.
They're saying there's going to be no jump today. And everyone was like kind of pissed off. Is that because... Like, do they not get paid or something if they don't do the jump? Like the guy was talking about at the beginning?
No. I think it's anticipation of war, right?
Right, okay. So,
It's like you're all amped up for today, to ready to go jump out of
Right.
a plane to go to war, and then suddenly it's canceled at the last minute.
Yeah, like going through the mental preparation of all that. And yeah, I get it.
You people are at the position of attention.
Sorry.
Dirt in the rear sight aperture. Pass revoked. You want to kill Germans?
Yes, sir.
Not with this. Now what do we do? Do not help that man! Do not help that man!
Jeepers. I mean, a 3-mile hike is kind of nice, but running
Yeah.
up a mountain.
In the southern U.S. heat. Oh, they gotta do it in their gear too.
Sir, we got 9 companies, sir. How come we're the only company marching every Friday night, 12 miles full pack in the pitch dark? Lieutenant Sobel does not hate Easy Company, Private Random. He just hates you.
Well, why are they dumping out their water?
Christensen! Why is there no water in your canteen? You drank from your canteen, didn't you?
That was cool.
Yeah, that was a cool transition.
Oh, what?
Big guts.
Jeepers. That's like major conditioning of like what they... Oh my god.
Congratulations, Captain Sobel.
Thank you, sir.
He's a damn good man. I was planning on giving him a set of these today. Why don't you do it?
Contraband. This man had 200 prophylactic kits in his footlocker. Colonel Sink has seen fit to promote you. As first lieutenant, you'll serve as my executive officer.
For a while there, I thought he was going to be so petty as to not even tell him about it.
He didn't seem happy that he had to do the promotion or someone else got one.
Mm-hmm. But he gave them spaghetti, so that's nice. It was a nice thing to do. I was waiting for him to do something that was...
This ain't spaghetti. This is army noodles with ketchup.
Oh. I was like, what the fuck is it?
Troops are canceled! Easy Company is running up Currahee! Move! Move!
Oh.
With a stomach full of pasta.
So, what an asshole. I thought he was doing something nice, but that he planned that. Oh my god.
Watch out! We never land upon our feet, we always hit our ass. Aye, Christ almighty, who the hell are we? Sim, Sam, goddamn, we're one infantry. Sim, Sam, goddamn, we're one infantry.
Despite being second viewing, I still can't tell if he was, like, proud or he was actually angry that they, stood up to the brutal torture treatment.
I think it was both. I think and they started singing, he's like, fuck, I can't break them. And then by the time they all passed him, I think he was proud. I think there was a whole range of stuff going on.
7 good! 6 okay!
But the fact that it's David Schwimmer, though, is like he's a hard ass, but then in the plane there, he looked scared, right? Like it's...
I want you to know that I'm damn proud of each and every one of you. Now, you deserve this party. Currahee!
Currahee!
Betty! Fat! We should sit tight. Let the enemy team come in our killing zone.
They're right out there somewhere. Let's just get them. You.
You notice he straight up pointed at them with his gun?
Oh, I didn't notice that, but that's really not cool.
Yeah.
My brother's in North Africa. He says it's hot.
Really? It's hot in Africa?
Shut up. Point is,
Why is there a fence here? There should be no fence here. Tipper! Yes, sir. Give me the map. Get him. Take cover behind those trees.
Man, it would be so scary. Like, the lack of confidence in... His name's Sobel?
Mm-hmm.
And the lack of confidence in Sobel, like, the entire group.
Yeah.
And then being out there and being like, oh shit, we're part of his team.
Yeah.
You would feel so unsafe. Like...
Yeah. I mean, I would imagine some of these guys probably knows where to go, but they just can't speak up, too.
Totally.
There's the hierarchy, and it's just... Can't imagine how frustrating that must be.
Yeah.
Is there a problem, Captain Sobel? Who said that?
I think it's Major Horton, sir.
Major Horton? What is he? Did he join us?
Oh my god.
I think maybe he's moving between the platoons, sir?
Al, you cut that fence and get this goddamn platoon on the move!
It is not his day.
You can't be a massive douche and be terrible at your job.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one or the other.
Dirty man.
Oh! This poor old man.
You've done it now, Yanks. You've captured me.
What a sweetheart.
Major Horton is on leave in London.
Ooh, dear.
Or you may initiate a letter of appeal and request a trial by court-martial.
We lost winners to battalion mess. You're shitting me.
Nah, Straya did it. Well, let's try to figure out the procedures for his court-martial.
We'd all better be clear of the consequences.
I don't care about the consequences.
John,
I'm so curious what they're gonna
we
do.
could be lined up against a wall and shot.
And these few sergeants convinced all of the other NCOs in your company to turn in their stripes.
As staff sergeants, they have a great amount of influence, sir. But as I say, the rest are good men. I know them. I can work with them. I'm losing Easy Company?
War effort needs you elsewhere.
I wasn't sure about the casting of David Schwimmer at first because it's just so... He's so iconic as Ross, right? And his voice is so, he's just got that thing. But Yeah, just in this like short little in this first episode.
Yeah.
Like there's so much pathos for him and so much like like it's.
Yeah, he pulled it off beautifully.
Yeah.
And that's like swimming against the current, like you said, because this is 2001, so he would have.
It's right in the thick of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I feel so bad for whatever company he's gonna train next. Like now he's going back with a bigger stick up his ass.
I guess.
And really something to prove, or just take it out on the next batch.
Yeah, he does seem petty.
She sure is a doozy. There's Pucker in there. What? Hey? You're having a ball, 50-finger-off-inch in that.
Oh, yeah. You are en route to the great adventure for which you have trained for over 2 years.
That's why they gave us ice cream. I'm Bill Garnier's brother.
Holy shit. That's so many planes. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah. Give us your thoughts. What do you think?
I mean, well, first of all,
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch war things. It might be naive of me, but I like watching happy things, and like war is crazy and sad and scary and yeah. I feel like this show might wreck me because it's doing such a good job at like at introducing you to each individual person and getting to know them, even the ones that you don't really like Sobel, like you still totally feel for them, like even though they're not the best dudes.
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah, it's a very well, I mean, it is a introduction and setup episode, both for characters and for the I guess I almost said plot line, but it's all real. So
the upcoming
setup
events.
of going to war.
Yeah. Oh my
the
god.
real event. And
well, it's actually it's so crazy to see from see all the training. The lead up to it is something that I've never seen in a movie before.
Right, yeah.
And I guess that's the luxury of doing a show, is you can dedicate more time to showing that stuff. And yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, when they were doing the obstacle courses and stuff, I was like, oh, I should go for a run.
Let's talk about the character that I suppose dominated the most of the scenes, which is David Schwimmer.
Yes.
Captain Sobel.
Yeah.
Fantastic performance.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't know how I was going to feel with him in this because I'm so used to seeing him as something so different. But he did an amazing job.
Like you said, right? This is 2001, so right in the highest peak, I think, maybe, of Friends, right?
Well, it's definitely, they ended in 2004.
After? Right, okay, so yeah.
Pretty peak.
Pretty peak of Friends, yeah. So not only was it a huge gamble, I mean, on the part of the studio of Tom Hanks and Spielberg to cast him as almost like a villain of the episode. Because, it's not just like, whether he can do the performance or not, but it's also they're aware that the audience would see him and go, oh, it's Ross.
Yeah, totally.
And might have natural inclinations to go, oh, he's got to be a silly guy, or I know him so well as the silly, goofy character.
Yeah.
Right? And then there's, of course, David Schwimmer himself having to perform against that role that he's played for however many years.
Yeah.
And it's so different from Ross. I mean, I don't even watch Friends, but I'm aware. It's impossible not to be aware of what every single character on Friends are and what they do and what their personalities are, even if you don't watch the show.
Yeah, yeah.
That's how well known he is, and he plays something that's the polar opposite.
It's so funny. It sounds silly to say I'm stoked to see where the characters go and how the characters develop, but then at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to get to know them to have to say goodbye, you know? And it feels like with war movies, you're like, okay, well,
who's living, who's dying.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't do this to myself. I don't put myself in situations where I get attached to characters and then well, that's not true. I watch a lot of, but.
Yeah. Obviously, I noticed, as we were watching this episode, filming this, we were pretty quiet for most of the part, but because, it's a character establishment, character development episode, so there was a lot of conversation, so we don't have as much.
Yeah, and I wanted to pay attention. I wanted to, learn about these characters.
Yeah. Okay, so interesting fact about this. So I know that at the beginning it says Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg both produced this. So, but I think from some reading I did a while ago, Tom Hanks is actually the primary producer, executive producer in this, and Spielberg functioned as, I think he called himself the final eye.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. So it's actually more of a Tom Hanks effort than.
Well, yeah, I saw in the opening credits that the teleplay was written by Tom Hanks, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think a lot of the inspiration probably came from Saving Private Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
At least all the lessons that they've learned producing that film or creating that film, right?
Totally. Well, you have to think of so Tom Hanks being cast in Saving Private Ryan, he probably did so much research to play that role, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So he's got this all this information. So and he could probably put it into this. Yeah, yeah.
I could imagine they also probably took the whole cast and talked to a lot of actual veterans and got more stories. And got more...
So the stuff at the beginning, the documentary style interviews, those are real people, right? From things, or was it just to set the tone of? I'm curious.
I don't want to say anything.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything, so...
I didn't know it was a thing.
But you're right, they were documentary style.
Yeah, it was
You're right that they were real people in the sense that they weren't CG characters.
Oh, okay.
No, that's silly.
Right.
That's silly. Yeah, I don't want to say anything.
Give me a little more credit than that, man. Jeepers.
No. Yeah, I don't want to say anything, but...
Okay, noted. That's fine.
Yeah.
Also, okay, I'm curious if I'm just because I like trying to pick out faces and stuff, and I swear to God, I saw a really young Michael Fassbender, and I heard a really young Michael Fassbender.
He was in this episode.
He was? Okay,
yes.
So it was the guy.
Yeah, it was him.
Well, he wasn't, I didn't see his name in the credits.
No, he showed up. He showed up in the credits at the beginning. Very briefly,
I missed that.
Yeah. No, he was in this. And coincidence, too, because we just watched... Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah.
Also World War II, also Michael Fassbender, briefly.
Crazy, yeah. Simon Pegg, a little baby Simon Pegg is in this.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
He's so young.
So young. Yeah, stacked cast, amazing character development in this episode.
Yeah.
I love Damian Lewis's character.
Mm-hmm.
Winters?
Yes, Winters.
Yeah, love him. Love Nix, played by Ron Livingston. Awesome. So great.
Yeah.
I like the sprinkling of comedy in this, like the drinking, the funny prank with Sobel. That was so great. Oh my God. Yeah, really, really well done. I really liked it.
And the whole quick banter of confusion between the American and
that was so good. And
the Cockney Brit, Yeah,
and probably so accurate because everyone has their own lingo and stuff. And, and it's so fun.
And back in those days, the chances of you meeting somebody like a Cockney Englishman, as an American, as a Yeah, it would be near zero, I would imagine.
Totally, yeah, it's crazy.
Unlike
to
today,
think that...
where you can just go online and meet somebody on Reddit like that.
Oh yeah, online, or like, I mean, before
Just
COVID, you could fly places. People could fly everywhere. But yeah, I guess back then you kind of just like, unless you're going to war.
Yeah.
You
can
stick
spend
to
an
your own
entire
country.
you can spend an entire lifetime without ever hearing of, or even heard of, a Cockney accent even existing.
Yeah, that was a great little scene there. Well, listen, I'm a little nervous because this is HBO.
Yes. They don't pull punches.
I need to prepare myself for the worst, you know, like.
Yeah.
I'm a bit nervous because I know. Yeah, I'm nervous. I don't do well with real gore. You know, like sci-fi gore is a different thing. Like I can compartmentalize. I'm like, oh, this is a fantasy like world, whatever, and I'm totally fine with like explosions and and people getting zapped in half with lightsabers. but it's different when it's
for sure. Even if it's dramatization, it's still like this probably actually happened to somebody, maybe even worse.
Exactly.
When,
yeah.
If
And
anything happened. Yeah.
So it's hard. It's really hard to watch. We are so lucky to not have.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are so lucky.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know anybody in that's ever been in the army in the west side of the world. I don't know about you.
Yeah, no, I don't know anyone either. None of my family, as far as I know.
Well, I mean, okay, so my dad and all my grandparents were in the army, but that was in the Red Army. Very different, I would imagine, than the U.S. Army or just any Western nation army.
Well, wait,
it's a whole different thing.
My grandma was in the reserves.
Oh, okay.
So, but I don't know a whole lot about it.
Yeah.
And I know that I don't think any of my family actually saw anything. That just yeah.
You've met my grandmother, right? Yeah, you have.
I have, yeah.
Yeah, she was a field medic.
Crazy.
And then my grandfather, who I don't think you've met, but I think you've seen a picture of him. He was a field surgeon. And then my dad was I don't know what the official term is in English, but he drove tanks. That's what his service was. Yeah.
Oh my God. All of those are so intense. That's so intense.
Yeah, they all had to do it. And then came me and my cousin's generation, and we were all fine.
Well, that wraps up this episode of Cinebinge. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. As always, if you like our video, give it a little like. If you want to subscribe to our channel, all the power to you.
And do it.
Yeah, because it's great. And if you want to support us even further, we are on Patreon. The link is in the description box below, so you can go check it out. And that would be so great.
Yeah, please come join us there. And when you do, you will have access to our entire archive, as well as all these episodes, but in full length, so you can use it as a watch-along. You will have access to Patreon exclusive content, other shows, other things that we're watching. That's totally on there and not on YouTube, so you get access to all of those. And most importantly, you get to vote on what we watch in the future and what Simone plays for the first time in the future. So
yes,
it's all very exciting. So come join us there. And speaking of Patreon, we would like to thank the following new patrons as of the filming date. As of the filming date today. I'd like to thank Callum Cohen, Alicia Monaghan, Zach Lenscht, Shadow Soul, Brent Erisman, Nico Ronan, Alex Thompson, and Nami Kaza.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody, and thank you to all our patrons. We appreciate
thanks, guys. Bye.
We'll see you later.